Guess what time it is? It's time for us to get motivated. This is my very first time doing a motivational Monday. And so I am looking forward to you connecting in with me in this moment and really getting motivated. So let's get started, shall we? I wanted to start by offering you this thought. And the thought is that you are not a diabetic. Now, I know this is Diabetes 101 for beginners as a group, right? But you are not a diabetic. You are you who is experiencing diabetes in your life, right? It's a way of your body talking to you. It's a way of your body communicating what it needs, and you're in conversation with your body. But I want you to think about how often you said, I am a diabetic, right? Instead of saying maybe I have diabetes, or I am battling diabetes, or I am working through my diabetes, right? You are not a diabetic. You are a bunch of things, right? You are a person who experiences life in so many ways. And so sometimes when we get hung up on calling ourselves something like diabetic, right? I am a diabetic. We can tend to tie our entire identity into that thing. And when we fail at it, we take it personally, right? Like we really beat ourselves up and it becomes a thing. But sometimes we feel good because our numbers are up and we end up doing this roller coaster, right? Up and down and down. My numbers are high, I'm feeling great. My numbers are down, I'm feeling lousy. And so I want you to think about, is it possible for you to actually not call yourself a diabetic, but really allow diabetes to be a tool for you to move forward with your health goals? Because ultimately what you want is to be healthy, wealthy, and fulfilled, right? Like you just want to be able to live your life feeling good and motivated. I mean, I know I do. I could say, I am sick, or I could say I am thriving, right? I could say I am working towards a health goal. And so what I want you to do, if you're watching this right now or as a playback, what I'd like you to do is I want you to put some of the other descriptors of what you really are in your life, right? Like, are you thoughtful? Are you, a go-getter? Are you a wise person, right? Are you interested in having a different experience? Whatever you want to pull forward in your life, I want you to start thinking about what that is. And I want to talk to you about this thing called a just statement. Now, I get excited about this because just statements are a very interesting concept that we use in my program at Meaningful Life Motivation. And what they are is something that I don't think very often we get to express. A just statement is your true heart's desire, right? And I derived this from having my mother, Cynthia Valentine. She is a poet and an author and like a remarkable woman who has this poem. And in this poem, it's called Wanted. And she says, want a house, and I want cars, and I want, cute little puppies and a wardrobe that's fabulous. And she goes on in this poem listing a bunch of different things, right? List after list after list of all of these things. And then at the very, very end of the poem, she goes, I want, I want, I want. You know what I really want? I just want to be wanted. And when I hear that, it reminds me of all the things that we do, right? You do want your A1C to be working properly, right? You do want to follow all of the directions that your doctor is asking you to do, and do want to work out and you do want to do a lot of things, but really in the end, what is your true heart's desire? What do you really want for yourself? Now's the time to ask. So if you are watching this right now, I see there's a couple of eyeballs on. If you're watching right now, I'd love to see what you want. What is your true heart's desire? Just drop it in the chat. I'm going to put it across the screen here if you'd like me to share. If you don't want me to share, put don't share in front of it. And then I won't put it across the screen. But what is your true heart's desire? Because I find if we start there, right? And we stop having all the labels that everyone else put on us, and we start thinking about what is it that we want for ourselves, then we have an opportunity to actually achieve what we're trying to achieve. So we're going to do it now. You ready? I just want to feel good in my body. That's my just statement, right? And so when I think about feeling good in my body, what are the things that I need to do in order to make that true? Well, if I want to feel good in my body, what I need to do is listen to it, right? So after you think about your just statement of what you want for yourself, think about what do you need to do in order to make that true? The first thing, what's the first thing you need to do? The first thing I need to do is probably get some sleep. I've been working too much and I might need to change my sleep pattern a little bit. What about you? What do you need to do in order to make your just statement come true? Another thing that I might need to do, or actually I know I need to do, is I probably need to drink a little bit more water. I was good last week. This week, not so much. So I need to get back on that water game and really kind of focusing on having my water around so that I can drink it. So I'm going to try to get back on the water game. Also on the weekends, I usually do a self-care regimen, but I've had guests over the last couple of weeks. And so I'd like to get back to that this week as well. So these are my just statements my just statement is I just want to feel comfortable in my body. And some of the activities that I need to do are sleep a little bit better, not work so much. I need to probably bring back my spa day. It'll make me feel good and help me kind of get some more of that relaxation in, make me less stressed. And I definitely need to drink more water. Okay. So now that I have figured out what that is, now that I have figured out what my heart's desire is and how I want to move forward with that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to really think about what's going to stop me from taking that action. What's going to stop you from doing the things that you need to do in order to make your just statement true? Yeah, for me, the just statement not coming true. Well, right now I have a project that is kind of stressful, and I need to get it off my plate, right? So I might need to reorganize some of my work. Another thing that I could do probably would be to, like I said earlier, make sure that I have my water on my desk while I'm working. So then that way I don't have to go get it or anything. I might even need to set a timer on my phone so that I can be reminded to either drink water or to refill my water bottle, which will also make me think, oh, I didn't drink enough. Let me drink some right now so I can refill it, right? That might be a way for me to overcome that. And what else can I do? I don't know. What else do you think I can do to overcome some of the challenges behind actually drinking more water? You are watching this and you want to get in on the conversation, just drop a comment in the chat. So the other thing is kind of making sure that I do my spa day. And so I kind of need to actually maybe tell my family or make sure that I put it on my calendar So that way there's nothing that will get in the way of me doing it. And actually, if I don't do it at the actual spa, maybe I can treat myself to a spa day here at home. Those are all good things I think that will work really well to help me achieve my goals. My just statement of, I just want to feel good in my skin. So as you're thinking about your just statement and what you're trying to do, I'm curious, what are some ways that you're going to conquer those saboteurs, those things that get in the way of you achieving those dreams, of you achieving your just statement, your true heart's desire for yourself? And lastly, having an accountability partner is really, really useful. And so I might need to talk to someone who's going to help me with that. And I would love to have an accountability partner with that. Is anybody watching not good with the water stuff? And maybe we can check in on each other once or twice a day to remind each other, like, how's your water intake going? If you're interested in connecting with me about that and becoming my accountability partner, I'd love to be your accountability partner. We can do this together. So just drop a comment and let me know. And maybe we can work out a time where we can keep each other accountable. Lastly, we got to do something about it, right? We got to actually get started. And I know that is probably the hardest part of all of this, to be honest. I know for me, I live with a lot of fear. And sometimes it just requires me to do it, even when I'm uncomfortable or when it's not perfect or when the circumstances are not just so. So I have a little bit of tea left. So we're going to at least start hydrating. There's no sugar or anything in it. It's just a honey turmeric little cup of tea. And it's not water, but I'm at least going to hydrate because we're talking about it right now, right? So I'm just going to have my little cup of tea. And I can consider that my first win of the day, right? I don't have to wait until I've completed it. I can celebrate the moment that I've decided to hydrate. All of those things that we're doing, that we're trying to achieve in our lives. Cheers. Are directly adding to our support and our success in what we're doing. A lot of the times, you probably have heard that phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And it's true. It wasn't built in a day. It was built over time. But the part of the story that I think people forget is that not only was Rome not built in a day, it was built brick by brick. And somebody had to make those bricks. Someone had to cut the straw. Someone had to bring the straw. Someone had to add all of the mud and the water and all the things together in order for those bricks to even be built to build a foundation in the first place to bring Rome up to what it is, right? Never mind the big pieces. There were little tiny steps that happened in that process in order for Rome to exist. And so remember that it's the baby steps. It's the little tiny things that actually allow you to build your empire. Well, this has been my time, just coming to you with a really quick motivational Monday. I hope you've enjoyed this talk. And listen, this is all about you. It's not just about me talking at you. So I'll be back next Monday. And I would love for you to chime in the chat and tell me what you want to talk about. Let me know how you want to share, what you want to be motivated about, and maybe even what motivates you. Because this is not about me. This is about us. Helping each other get motivated, keeping ourselves inspired, continuing to ask for help by networking, and gaining more knowledge about how to live this life better. Remember, you have choices. Choose to be great. Until next time, bye.